two of the most dangerous people in modern computing share the same family tree. Not colleagues, not friends, family. Nvidia's Jensen Huang and AMD's Lisa Su. Distant cousins, not raised together, not close. Just connected by a detail the industry can't stop whispering about. Because Jensen didn't just build a company, he built a natural monopoly, the kind that feels inevitable once it's in place. And Lisa is building something that scares monopolies more than any competitor ever could. An open ecosystem, and the price of that choice is war. For most of the 2010s, AMD wasn't a rival. It was a recovery story, a company with flashes of brilliance and no leverage. Then Lisa Su arrived and started rebuilding AMD like you rebuild a city after a fire. First the power grid, then the roads, then the skyline. But the skyline was already owned by Jensen. And here's the uncomfortable truth. In AI, the winner isn't the one with the best chip. It's the one who controls the system the chip lives inside. So this isn't a CEO biography. It's a duel, a monopoly versus an ecosystem, a closed loop versus an open standard, and looming over it all, the underdog cousin. Nvidia's advantage isn't just silicon, it's integration, CUDA, the developer home, the interconnect, the bridges between GPUs, then the modern cathedral, rack-scale systems. This isn't a server, it's a power structure. When you own the software, the interconnect, the rack, and the management layer, competition stops being about benchmarks. It becomes about escape velocity, because the harder it is to leave, the more it resembles a natural monopoly. What if Nvidia's real product isn't GPUs? What if it's dependency? And if that's true, how do you fight it? You don't fight a monopoly with a better chip, you fight it with a better exit. This is where the underdog cousin enters the room. Lisa Su looked at the board and saw the trap. If AMD tries to beat Nvidia at being Nvidia, it loses. So she aimed at something deeper than speed. She aimed at structure. Jensen builds like a founder defending a kingdom. He stacks the walls higher. He lays the roads himself. He controls the gates. Lisa builds like an engineer trying to keep the future from collapsing into one vendor, because she knows something most people forget. In technology, the first battle is performance. The second battle is standards, and standards decide who gets to exist. The underdog cousin doesn't win by overpowering the king. She wins by making the kingdom optional. Picture this: a trillion parameter model, a deadline, a cluster that can't scale because one proprietary link is the bottleneck. Who do you blame? The chip or the system? Survival in AI infrastructure is simple. If your stack can't interoperate, you don't have a stack, you have a cage. So, AMD's real bet for 2026 isn't a single GPU. It's a rack-scale platform designed to plug into an open world. Not yet. First, feel the pressure. When the industry starts building open alternatives to reduce reliance on a single dominant stack, that's not a trend, that's a warning. So, what happens when the world decides the monopoly is too expensive? What happens when hyperscalers stop buying products and start buying leverage? Here's the twist. AMD's revenge isn't a single chip, it's a blueprint. MI400 series as the engine, Helios as the rack-scale platform, a system built to live in an open ecosystem. This is the anti-monopoly move, not just faster compute, a shared language for infrastructure. Nvidia says, "Come to our kingdom." AMD says, "Build your own city. We'll supply the steel." That's why the underdog cousin is dangerous, because she's not trying to win one deal. She's trying to change what deals even mean. If Nvidia sells you a finished machine, AMD is offering something subtler, a right to modify the future, and that is a form of power monopolies can't easily price. The showdown: natural monopoly versus open ecosystem. Jensen's model is gravitational, cohesive, Fast, hard to leave. Lisa's model is evolutionary, messy, slower at first, but it scales politically because everyone benefits from not being trapped. The wager for 2026 is simple. The unit of competition is becoming the rack, not the GPU. And in that world, ecosystems beat products. What this means for you. Don't bet on chips, bet on ecosystems. Because ecosystems decide what talent learns, what tools get maintained, what workloads get optimized, and what becomes default. Your survival system is 3 moves. 1. Learn portability. Architect like you might have to migrate. 2. Follow the interconnect wars. The future bottleneck is communication, not compute. 3. Track rack scale designs. This is where the real competition is heading. Be honest, if your entire career depends on one vendor's stack, are you building a future or renting one? Jensen Huang built a natural monopoly the way you build a fortress, stone by stone, lock by lock. Lisa Su is building something that doesn't need to defeat the fortress. It just needs to make it irrelevant. This isn't about family ties. It's about system design. And in 2026, with MI400 and the Helios rack scale platform, AMD isn't asking for permission. The underdog cousin is building an alternative reality, one open standard at a time. Unlock the core, master the system,